It was reduced to ponds. In our regime, it is reduced to taps. In our children's regime, it is reduced to droplets. So you can see the statement sounds very simple, but the message is profound. Connected with environment, connected with education, connected with manufacturing. But here is an occasion wherein entire world is waking up to a scenario where the generations of future will not have the basic things like clean water, energy for sustenance, and also the food which is free from impurities. There are 17 sustainable development goals. I am sure Professor Gowda, in his fantastic speech, is going to encapsulate all the important characteristics of the sustainable development goals so that we can get sensitized, we can get galvanized towards fulfillment of all these goals. I would only conclude my talk by saying that talking about sustainable development goals is only part of the story. Thinking about them is important, and converting thoughts into actions is more important. In Sanskrit, there is a big saying, Yatha chittam tatho vacha tata kriya, chittam vacha kriyayam cha sadhunam ekarupata. Got good intention, talk about the good intention. When you have good intentions and good thoughts, when there is a convergence of good intention, good talk and good deeds, then the entire world will get benefited. I am very sure today's evening meet is a step in the direction wherein not only the family of Mysore, not only the state of Karnataka, not only the country of Bharat, but also the entire world will get benefited from this small but definitive step taken towards the fulfillment of SDGs.
And now I request our speaker, Dr. B the principal, Vidyavadini College.
All the respected dignitaries, in particular Professor U. Chandrasekhar, as part of World Engineering Day, to talk about sustainability. When they told me to talk about sustainability, I told Mr. Bhaskar that I will be talking about something that we do in our institute rather than talking about something that is there everywhere, so that it will be more relevant whether we are practicing what SDGs every nation is expected to practice, expected to implement. So everybody, what is sustainability in the country? There are targets I think we should fix for ourselves, for our institutions. Do we do that? And then towards attaining SDGs at VVC. So I have been told to speak for about 25 to 30 minutes. I will try to limit to that. But after that we can have some discussion and also suggestions so that all of us we should be able to implement SDGs. Member states, they joined together in the year 2015 and they came out with 17 SDGs, 17 Sustainable Developmental Goals, and they put an agenda that by 2030 we must achieve something. And if you ask me where we are, shelter, we should be able to provide many targets for under each of these, and they told each country to achieve. But if you look at the progress that they have made, the progress we have made with respect to SDGs is phenomenal in India compared to other countries. So because you can see the changes that have happened in the last one decade. A reliable and sustainable global energy system will be a key to a sustainable future. So energy production is important. I would like to highlight a few things here. If you look at the population, this is the data I have taken from Bureau of Energy Efficiency, very latest report. And if you look at the population in 2023, it is approximately 142 crores. And if you look at the GDP, that is based on purchasing power parity, in 2023 it is $13.3 trillion. And what is in 2050, India's based on PPP, it is 47.8. So India is growing economically. When they have to achieve most of the parameters, only India has been able to achieve. Many other countries, including America, they are not able to progress on the SDGs targets. So this is something we are proud of our country because we have been able to progress. And look at the energy. If you look at the total energy production in India is around 450 to 460 gigawatts. It is around 740 by 2030 or 2040. It is around 740 gigawatts. And just from the solar we should be able to. So what does it mean? We don't need to use coal at all. We don't need to use the coal. Without using coal, we will be able to run the entire country based on the renewable energy. So it is possible to achieve. Then if you look at from the winds, we can get 1163 gigabytes. So if you combine these two, it is something more than 2000, and the requirement right now it is 440. It may go to 700 a few years down the line, and we should be able to fulfill the energy requirement from the renewable sources very easily. Thereby, it is possible to achieve zero carbon emission by India. So it may not be possible for many countries, but it is possible in our country because of very strong government initiatives that are taken by the government. So it is possible that there are other sources, but I don't want to highlight other sources we also can get from hydro. But what I'm trying to emphasize, from renewable energy sources, we should be able to run our country. Thereby, we'll be able to achieve zero carbon emission. When we achieve zero carbon emission, the greenhouse effect, the climate change could be considerably minimized. And it is all possible. So our future generation can live happily. There are 3 E's associated with sustainability. Number 1 is environment. Environment is very, very important. We need to protect the environment. And we should in fact see that we clean the air so that every person, even in the cities, the situation in Delhi, it is very bad. So we should be able to provide clean air to every human beings in this planet. That is number 1. The second one is economy. The economy has to grow. Without economic growth, I don't think we will be able to get jobs. If you don't get jobs, I don't think people will be able to live happily. Then the third one is equity. See whether you can reduce whatever we consume. Can we reduce? It could be the usage of vehicles, it could be the food. Many a time we waste. The second one, can we reuse certain things? The third one is, can we recycle? As individual in implementation of some of the SDGs, so that students are impacted. In other words, wherever they go, they are going to impact. So higher education and institutions are key players in implementation of sustainability principle. Sustainability based on curriculum. You have to design the curriculum where you include SDGs, number 1. Teaching engineering students to design efficient and productive systems that use fewer energy resources, and it is possible. In fact, we should double the efficiency of some of the missions. And that is one of the goals in the SDGs by India. And project development and incorporation of sustainability principles across all disciplines, and educators can influence young minds through outreach activities, development and sustainable use of alternative energy resources. When I say alternative, non-fossil, basically renewable energy resources. So what is that we have done? We have done research. We support technological developments and research. We generously fund in our institute any project that includes SDGs. We generously fund in our institute. That is one. We extend support at all levels. In fact, we bring some industry mentors to guide those projects. Thereby, we will be able to make an impact. Coming to the education, provide information, skills and motivation, SDG 4. Support NEP based on SDG principles. National education policy, if you see, it includes SDGs also to be included as part of the curriculum that we have done in our institute. In fact, we have done at VTU itself. And promoting voluntary services based on SDGs, and also management, promote equity, welfare policies, support marginalized groups in education, invest in renewable energies, environment-friendly materials, promote equal opportunity policy, corporations, reduce waste materials and energy consumption, reduce waste water production, and increase greenhouse cover. And leadership, strength public and private partnership, sustainable campus. In fact, we conducted one conference for physical education. As per national education policy, if you see, the yoga. And one more thing, what we have done, we started 1 minute meditation. In every class, we do meditation because we found that after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they are not able to focus. So 1 minute meditation. What we tell them, okay, you close your eyes, breathe in and breathe out. Happiness day. First Thursday, 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. In each lecture, 1 minute. You can imagine there will have 5 to 6 lectures every day. So this we have been able to. In fact, the QSI gate awarded the Institute of Happiness Award to our institute. We introduced Universal Human. Ours is the first institute in the perhaps in the state of Karnataka introduced Universal Human Values. So for all the staff members, we invited Swamiji from Ramakrishna Ashrama. We conducted every day 4:30 to 5:30 Bhagavad Gita because our president is a disciple of Ramakrishna Math. And also Upanishad. I think we completed for 6 months Upanishad, various Upanishad, the teachings of the noble books, so that we want to disseminate all those good things among the faculty members. In turn, they inculcate this value system among the students community. Teacher-centered learning is no good. We made a classroom. What we did, we created 4 classrooms. There are round tables and male and female representative. Any committees, we have both male and female. Ensured, and like that, I have mentioned all those things. And gender equality, separate restrooms, all those whatever. We harvest the rainwater, borewells, and solar hot water facility for the hostels, floor-wise, room-wise electricity control. Mr. Dr.B wrote an article. He compared, he praised our institute with respect to greenery, with top distribution by NSS, Sustainability Week, National Energy Conservation Day, Swachha Abhiyana, then bamboo tree celebration, Greenathon, Walkathon, Hackathons. We conduct almost every week one or other hackathon related to, it could be SDGs, it could be other issues, but we keep doing. Basically the purpose is to ensure that we find problems to the engineering.